Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to start out 6.5 MSQ. Hopefully we're able to get a decent bit through it, but we'll see how far we actually get. Let's not dilly-dally any longer and get started. Need to talk to the Radiant over here. What's his name? Oh, Varchon, right, okay. I thought it was gonna be the guard. Anyway, let's talk to Varchon and get started. Seeking the light. Varchon is glad for your arrival. Ah, brilliant. I was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. Coincidentally, I'm told Ishtolo will be returning shortly. I dare to hope she has made some progress in devising a way to harness the first light. That's right, last time we went to the 13th moon, which ended up being Golbez's hideout, and also because it's the moon, Zodiark's aura from the source ended up leaking into the 13th version of the big giant crater where Zodiark was imprisoned on the source, and Golbez ended up using that to corrupt Azhdaya, and we ended up needing to fight her. Now, I think they implied that there's a way for us to undo everything, undo the corruption, but I'm not quite sure. Either way, we were thinking of using the first light to somehow try and purify Azhdaya, maybe? Anyway, we'll see. Come, let us await the others in my chambers. Of course, Yushtol's got someone else to carry her stuff. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. I pray thou art come with glad tidings. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I am pleased to report. You may leave it there, thank you. Eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of my own, grave ones. Urianger hath sent word from the Void Gate in Mare Lamentorum. The situation is precarious. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiark for eons, against our enemies' determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Loprits are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but 'tis only a matter of time ere they fail. Well, that's not good. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. That Zeromus should so test the seal even when not at full strength. 'Tis every bit as terrible as we feared. Aye, we must needs vanquish it, to which end we require a means to pierce its dark shroud. So, did you find it? A way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe? As a matter of fact, I have. The theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. I didn't just notice it's an Ironworks thing. Of course it is. Pokeballs? Or Allegan balls? And so I consulted Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices, ether transmitters. I'm gonna need a better explanation than that. These marvelous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents. Haven't we established that messing with the ethereal currents is not a good idea? Like, isn't that kind of what the Garleans, or rather the Telephroi were doing? Oh wait, wasn't there something with like the messing with the aether currents was what was causing the final days or something? Oh, whatever, I trust you, Stoll, on this. That such a thing should be possible. We shall first direct ether from Naboth Orang, where the flood of light was halted, into the Crystal Tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it is capable, wonders which suits our needs perfectly. I should mention that the structure in the Azim Steppe which the Allegans built to redirect ether was also a source of inspiration. Right, we checked that out in post-Stormblood, didn't we? That's where we got the little sun cutscene. Once we have infused the Crystal Tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. And the ether transmitter shall guide the energy onto the 13th, like so. Okay. In this way, we shall have a lance of light with which to pierce the shield of darkness. Or so I hope. No tests we performed were close to the scale of what we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. I mean, if you could, I'd be surprised. Just like, let me check something. Okay. With such great minds on our side, how could we possibly fail? It would hardly be the first time we've played it by ear, well, that's for sure. True enough, but that's not the point of pride for me personally. True enough, but that's not a point of pride for me personally. I understand you still, I was just joking, I was just poking fun. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it. Oh, yeah, I can just head on over there. task we must entrust to you, Brillian. Rest assured, I will provide you with what support I can. I wish to go as well. How? I mean, she's a being of ether, so it shouldn't be too hard to fit her into one of those crystals, right? This world that you brought back from the brink, I wish to see it with my own eyes. But how dost thou intend to make the journey? In a spirit vessel. That's how you and yours managed, yes? It's a little more complicated than that, bud. Void Sense summoning also sees the soul separated from flesh. This separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. So what, do we just put her body in our pockets, carry it through, and then she comes back in? If you aren't averse to traveling with company, I should be glad to lend Zero my vessel. Tips Fedora. Then it's all settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters, and then help Zero transfer her soul. Pray see to your own preparations, and then let us reconvene at Megaduta. So we're basically going to just send a bunch of the light from the 1st into the 13th. So, is this going to be a way for us to just balance out the light and darkness throughout all the shards so that we don't have to worry about one becoming too strong? Because it seems a little easier than I would expect. Anyway. For a moment, I misunderstood and thought Y'shtola was proposing that Zero borrow her body, which would have been odd. I actually thought that for a second too. That definitely would have been odd. Y'shtola will be along after she has seen to Zero's soul. Let us await her here. Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero's soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemist attend her body until she returns. The vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. Oh right, because she's going to be naked. I've also included instructions on how to operate the Crystal Tower, courtesy of Grahatia. Right, I guess he would be the only one who would know, wouldn't it? While you're away, I'll join Uriandre and the Loperts on the moon. They'll need your help. They'll need help should the brands fail. A fine idea. For my part, I shall continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds. I'm doing a little bit too British accent. Needs to be slightly more Indian. Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Reen. With her power over light, she is bound to be helpful in our efforts. Why don't we also ask Gaia? Oh wait, she's not canon. But ere you do that, or aught else, seek out Backlog. As the first foremost authority on soulcraft, they should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. Right, because we need to actually get her out of the spirit vessel, and she's definitely, or Backlog's they, because they're the dog thingy. They'll know what to do. As I recall, the old Numo was rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosity, yeah, the library, because we actually saw them at in the Hildebrand quests when we had to get Hildebrand out of the first in the very first section. So that should be your first stop. I assume she wants to go too, but she's decided not to. That's all from me. Go forth, warrior of darkness, and make your triumphant return to the first, as if I haven't been there a million times before, in between us leaving and coming back. Like, even in lore, I've been there, even in, like, MSQ, I think I went there at least once. Yeah, I did for, we went there when we, we're gonna go to the Crystal Tower before we went to Elpis. Anyway, let's head on over to the Crystarium. I guess I should just teleport there, shouldn't I? Yeah, it says go to the Cabinet of Curiosity. And let's see if we can find Bekalug at the Cabinet of Curiosity. Just should be able to tell. This always I've seen so many people when I've been doing my the crystal tools. I usually just craft some of the stuff around here, and I've seen so many people try and jump off the edge here thinking that they can go down, because this map is not. This map is really hard to tell where things are. So I actually need to go to this one, obviously the Cabinet of Curiosity. That's where it says we need to go. And I headed the wrong way. Alright, and I can see that the quest marker says we need to go up. There's Beklug. I'd like to moor in first. Our work on chronicling events. Our work on a tome chronicling events from the time of the flood proceeds slowly but surely. It is perhaps the most ambitious project I've dared to take on, but I consider it my mission to preserve our collective experiences for posterity. Oh, right, he can show you some of the history stuff. Let's talk to Bekalug. Is that to you, Brilliant? I can't remember what voice Bekalug has. Or rather, I think I remember I tried to do a Bekalug voice, and then I just couldn't get a good one. So I'm just gonna do some sort of voice for them. What brings you back to across the rift? Honestly, first you asked me to extract another soul from the spirit vessel, and then you'll tell me you have designs to channel light to the void. Wicked white Brilliant, is nothing ever simple with you? Well, I am the main character. I suppose some people can't help but find themselves at the center of world-changing events. Very well. If your home is in peril, then I shall do all in my power to aid you. And if it helps Unukalhai with his work, all the better. Does that show up if you haven't done Warring Triad or the Void quests? Or is there a different version of this for this? I'd be interested to see that. I'll check that eventually. Well, I tend to your companion. You should go and speak with Reen. Oh, I'd be more than happy to. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Horatorium. Horatorium. I will look for you there once I've finished. Now, where is that? Let's see. Oh, okay. Down in the garden area. I should have just jumped off the edge at the north side, but I didn't notice I was on that port side. Yeah, so that's the gardening area, right? Yeah. It's a pretty interesting place, but we almost never come over here. So is she always over here, or is she just gonna be here for the MSQ? Oh, there she is. So, Breen, how are you and Gaia doing? Wonder if there's gonna be anything with Gaia in this if you've done the quests. I mean, this is the first time we've seen Reen since...
Restoring the elements to the empty may allow life to flourish there once more.
Since we came here to consult with her during Endwalker, I think.
But that isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants.
I mean, during the Eden quest, didn't we have...
Not just any plants, though. but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land.
Didn't we have a bunch of plant life in the empty at the end of the Eden quests?
Such as...
You've become quite a scholar. I see you've taken an interest in gardening. How about coffee plants? Then we can make more coffee biscuits, right? I want to see what she says.
Coffee. If I recall correctly, it thrives in warm climates with cooler nights to promote growth. Yes. Yes, that might be suitable.
That's not what I meant.
And with a good harvest, we could set some aside for coffee biscuits.
Yep, there we go.
Wait, it's you! It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing. I've been studying botany, you see. Hoping that the knowledge would help our work in the empty. But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us.
Well, they are, but we got bigger problems now. Well, maybe not bigger, but different.
You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light?
I mean, that's what I usually do.
Please, let me help. Though I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree.
I mean, that's kind of what we were hoping for, right?
If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
Ah, there's Becklug. And Zero. Looks like everything went according to plan.
'Tis done. Zero is now with us in the flesh. The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower. This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it?
I mean, Graha said it would.
There's a levity in his words that wasn't there before. It heartens me to know he is well.
Oh yeah, he's well. You don't need to worry about that.
I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
My thanks for your help.
What's Reen gonna think of Zero?
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for services rendered.
Like head pats?
Not unlike we Void Sent, then. In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
I don't think that's what Becklug meant.
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
They're really going ham with the animations for Reen.
I shall attend to the tower now. The rest, I leave to you.
Zero, was it? My name is Reen. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming. Everything looks much as it does in the source.
Wait till we get over to Nambatharang. She'll be saying something different then.
We have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that. If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
I'm gonna play that in the background. Right, obviously we got rid of the light and everywhere. I completely forgot we did that. It's like I'm mostly on Chatterbring as I remember just like the finale with Emmett.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful.
It's a great view.
To think that after so much loss, they could reclaim this.
So Doreen, then Zero. We restored peace to the world, and I want to ensure that peace is preserved. That's why I'm learning everything I can. I've heard something of your deeds here, of how the Warrior of Darkness fought on, despite the light ravaging her very being. Well, that's the truth. Had I self-same strength of spirit, perhaps I could have done more for my world. Why doesn't Zero go talk to what are they called again? The Warriors of the 13th. Aren't they hanging out at the bar? No, it isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving. That's why we're here. So where to? Just lead the way. Let's just get the food. Let's ignore all the food that I'm never gonna use. I see, they use aetherites here as well. Now that I'll be able... Not that I'll be able to, having not attuned to any. I trust you're willing to walk with me. Sure, Zero. Appealing to the masses. Reen is eager to help you set your plan in motion. Oh, let's turn it off. The gear. Oh, okay, let you easier do it. Apply to voice dialogue only. That's exactly what I want. Let's head to Nambatharang. Since Zero can't teleport to the Aetherite there, we should probably travel by Amaru. She gonna ask what's an Amaru? Oh, there's Lena. Ah, there you are. I can't do a Scottish accent. Whatever, I'll just read her out her lines. Ah, there you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Lena! I take it Bekloga told you why she's here? More or less. Greetings and welcome. I'm Lena, captain of the guard here at the Crystarium. Zero. Is there something you require? When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of potential repercussions. Like what? I know well that you would never use the tower for ill, nor without due caution. Even so. I believe I understand. Ever since the flood, light has been a source of pain and misery. Some fear it still, no doubt. Which is to say that some would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. That is your concern, is it not? Sounds a lot like in Garlemald when we used the Tower of Zod in the last patch. Precisely. It was light that nearly consumed our world. To use the Crystal Tower to harness this destructive force risks turning the tower into an object of fear. You may convince the Crystarium of the necessity of your cause, but it will not be so easy to win over those outside our walls. Makes a very good point. I worry this will undermine the fragile trust that we have only begun to build with some communities. They may misunderstand our intentions. Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. 0? Okay. Brilliant and I will go with her. People know us. Our presence will put them at ease. Thank you. I realize this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way. As for where to begin, I dare say Yulmore would be a good place as any. Though ours is an amicable relationship now, we were at odds for long years. I mean, China's has been smoothing over everything, hasn't he? He's their leader now, they gotta listen to him. Yulmore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation, in truth, he made slaves of his subjects, and sought to destroy any who defied him. He's gone now, thankfully, and a good man named Chai Nuz was elected mayor. Relations between our cities have improved much since then. Even so, there's a lingering rivalry between us. If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Yulmorans might suspect we have ulterior motives. Thus would it be prudent to give them prior notice. If you explain that you seek to save the world of Darkness's home, if you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope that they would give you their blessing. Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as it does in Garlemald. Where else should we visit? After Yulmore, I would suggest the Raktika Greatwood. Yeah, that would be the only other place. With the Slitherbow. And the, what were they called? Knights Blessed? There you will find the Knights Blessed, a small collective which worships darkness, as well as the Vis, guardians of the secrets of ancient Ronka. The Vis are insular, and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. The Knights Blessed, on the other hand, would greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions will not adversely affect their lives. Understandable. Yeah, the Vis won't care. I mean, they'll care, but they're not going to be like, hey, don't do that. People who worship darkness. Fitting for a world all but consumed by light. I wonder how they're going to react to Zero. Very well. We will treat with the people of Yulmore and the Knights Blessed. Here, take these whisper weeds. I will let you know when all is in readiness at the tower. Are those link pearls? Right then. I should tend to my own tasks. explaining the situation to the people of the Crystarium and arranging your transmitters to be placed here and in Naboth-Arang. Yep. Thanks a lot, Lena. We're truly grateful. Thank you, Lena. Come, let's head to Yulmore. Hopefully China's will know how best to present our plan to everyone. Alright, I mean, it's completely understandable that Yulmorans might be like, hey, why are they charging up the tower? And especially the Knights Blessed, because, like, it's really just people in general here, because it's like, you're gonna use light to do what? Anyway, let's head on over to Yulmore. Let's go ahead and take the Amaro Keep directly there. Or, I think you can go directly there from there, right? Yeah, because you used to only be able to go out to Calusia, but then they eventually, I think... Do you have to do the custom delivery quest to unlock this? So I remember I wasn't able to do it until then. Anyway, let's just head on over to Yulmore. And China's, yeah, he's over in the common area, I think. Not the common, well, I guess this is the common area. Oh, he's not, okay, I thought he was over there. Because he's normally, him and his advisor sit over there normally, I believe. It looks like they're over here for this part. Yeah, Rendon, that's his name. Look, Dulia Chai and Renton are here too. Between the three of them, we should be able to get some good advice. This is the great and powerful leader of Yulmore. He must be possessed of subtle qualities that make him uniquely suited to the position. Brilliant, Reen! Oh, what a wonderful surprise this is! And you've even brought in your friend! Yes, Dulia Chai, yes. Greetings, Warrior of Darkness. If you've come out of concern for our esteemed mayor, fear not. He runs the city well, and as ever prefers to work closely with the people. The better to hear their voices. Yeah, because he specifically didn't want to go and live in the Vothri's private quarters or whatever when he moved in, when he became mayor. Anyway, let's go and talk to China's. Good gods! If it isn't brilliant! To what do we owe the pleasure? Not another world-ending threat. Surely not. Surely not. We're planning a grand undertaking that may be of concern to the people of Yulmore. There's a sensitive matter about which we thought it best to consult the city's esteemed mayor. Yeah, let's go with the second one. That sounds a little less scary. I doubt I'd ever describe myself as such, but anyway, I can tell you're up to something. The kind of something I might want nothing to do with. But regardless, I should probably know. What is it? Well, you see, we're trying to channel a bunch of light into the darkness, and yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Gathering light with the crystal tower, you say? I would be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant... I would be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant memories, and I believe I speak for most Yulmorans. We can hardly blame you. We have no reason to question your motives, of course, neither yours nor of the Crystarium's leadership. A world engulfed in darkness, its corrupted inhabitants attempting to invade your own. It's rather a lot to process, but the desire to save one's home is something anyone can understand. I'm touched that you show such concern for our feelings, despite the gravity of your plight. Very well, you have my support. As if there was ever any doubt. Right. Let's gather the people at once. An explanation from you ought to ensure everyone's understandings. No, not so fast, dearest. If I were to reveal everything at this juncture, many would be deeply unsettled, regardless of any assurances I offered. No, we need first to set the stage, spread word of the Warrior of Darkness's plight, that she is on a mission to save her world, as she once did ours. Once the tale is common knowledge, I shall call an assembly and explain the need to harness the power of light to a populace far more amiable to the idea. That's gonna take a little too long. Of course, Rendon is thinking of his own solution. To that end, might I trouble you to speak with our citizens about our predicament? It would be effective to hear the details from the hero herself, more likely to inspire solidarity for your cause. So we appeal to the desire to aid the Warrior of Darkness to present light in a more positive light. Well played, Master Chai. If it's best that you do the talking, then we'll come with you. Fine by me. I'm content to observe. I guess Zero wants to learn more about, like, how we are so loved by everyone. Once you have finished your rounds, I ask you report to me. I should like to know how the people react. Yeah, so when he ends up giving a speech, he knows how to word it properly. Lead the way, Brillian. We'll be right behind you. It shows us walking away, but then we're still just standing right here. I am actually aware of my limitations, and know that I am not the most persuasive speaker, thank you. We should do our utmost to make the people more receptive before I address them. The people of Yulmore have tremendous faith in both you and Master Chai. They would not still be here otherwise. I, myself included. Yeah, because Rendon originally was like, I had left Yulmore and then was like, yeah, like with the group of people that had like fled or whatever, and he was not too keen about coming back to be there at China's advisor. So Zero can travel here freely like you? Would that Alpha Node could do the same? I miss him dearly. Of course she does. Oh, let's go ahead and talk to Reen and Zero. Well, Lena and Master Chai couldn't be more different. They're both mindful of how their actions may affect others. They're both great good leaders, and there is much I hope to learn from them. From that conversation alone, I could see how much the people here trust you. Thanks to Julius and Thancred, I've grown better at recognizing it. We haven't heard too deep of a voice. What? You've met Thancred too? I mean, right. Of course you have. I don't know why I said that. Reen. She misses Thancred. Right. Let's find some citizens to speak with. I suggest we start in the canopy before heading down to the understory and then the derelicts. Why do they still have the derelicts and stuff if it's like supposed to be more free, like better conditions and stuff? Anyway, let's get some Endwalker following mechanics. And let's see where we need to go. Looks like there's something over up here. Yeah, of course, in the beehive. Looks like there's a talking point too, so I'll make sure to hit that. And discuss the beehive. Thancred once told me that people who come here to oh no. Thancred once told me that people come here to these places to savor some memories and drown the others. I imagine the beehive was built primarily to help Yulmorans forget about sin eaters, even if only for a time. But now they can simply enjoy themselves. I can see the appeal, but don't worry. I know I'm still a bit too young for it. Right, Ring. Right. A tavern, and an extravagant one at that. But those dancers engage with the poles in such strange ways. Are they pantomiming a battle? A soldier thrusting their spear into the ground and using it to launch themselves at the enemy, perhaps? This is exactly the kind of thing assessment I would expect from her. Given this world's violent history, it makes sense that displays of martial prowess would become popular entertainment. This is exactly the kind of analysis I expected from her. Alright, let's talk to this pessimistic patron. I used to live for the moment, not caring what might happen on the morrow. But now that we have peace, I find myself thinking about the future and feeling anxious. Well, you don't need to worry too long, because the world's gonna die. I mean, what? What? Your home is threatened with the destruction? Wicked White, why are you wasting your time in a drinking hole? Look, he does make a good point. Ugh. But as I say it, I feel the sting of hypocrisy. Gods. I need to take control of my life. I need to face my troubles head on. The same goes for you. I know, why are we in the bar? Alright, where's next? Looks like head down to the understory? Let's do that. Just take a run around the edge here. Let's see, is Ren to sue the person involved in the crystal tools? I they have their words to explain beautiful stars like the. Oh nope, that's somebody else. But it looks like the same model. Oops, that's right. I gotta go down this way, not this way. Do we ever go over here? Or is that, let's see, to the north? Oh right, yeah. That's yeah, that's out to the entrance. I was looking towards the south. No? Whatever. Yeah, to the north is the way towards Calusia. Oh, right, looks like we got somebody here. Go ahead and talk to them. Down below? Yeah. Solemn soldier, not scholar. Well now, the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Light both. How may I be of service? Your enemies plot to invade your world? Having heard tales of Stenniers ravaging countless villages, your plight feels all too familiar. Come what may, I urge you to remain strong. You overcome the Light Wardens. You can overcome any adversity, and for what it's worth, I'm sure everyone here would be willing to help in whatever way they can. We can. Alright, let's head back up, and then we'll head down the stairs. Let's see, I guess let me go ahead and see if I can, teleporting here would be faster. Yeah, it actually would, and then we gotta run over to the side. Just run around on the edge here. I'll make sure to hit the talking point. Oh, I did not know that they had golems out here. I guess that makes sense now that China's is here. Anyway, let's talk to them. Oh, I should have just taken this one. I didn't even notice there was one right here. When Vothri tried to keep us out of the city, many free citizens died in the chaos. Some had no kin to inherit their wealth, and so Yomor decided to use it to help fund the reconstruction of the derelicts. It's part of a greater effort to improve the living conditions down here, which is important since there's simply not enough room for everyone in the city proper. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the background music for a minute because this music is really loud. That thing they're cleaning up the debris. For a moment, I thought it might be a void sen. Nope, just a golem. In case you didn't know, it's not uncommon for our kind to use statues as vessels. Yes, we've seen that with the gargoyles and stuff. But I see now that it's more akin to the mechanical soldiers used by the Garleans. They come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? Yep, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and talk to this renovating resident. Go ahead and turn on the music real quick before we talk to him. You're the Warrior of Darkness. I never dreamed I'd have the honor, but why are you in Yulmore, if I may ask? Your home is in danger, and you come seeking help. If there's anything we can do for you, you'll need only ask. Things could be better here, of course, and we've got a long road ahead of us. But we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and yours. And we'll never forget that. Alright, that went pretty good. Go ahead and head on over to this Aetheryte and teleport back up. Yep, at the central one, right? Wait, I didn't actually look properly. So yeah, China's is over here. Let's see, do they have any different dialogue or is it the same? People know and respect you, bro. Yeah, I think this is the same. Let's talk to China's. So the people are on one mind in their desire to help. Good. Why, just earlier, I overheard a conversation about how the Warrior of Darkness is seeking to save their home. Your tale is spreading quickly. Then the plan has unfolded precisely as you envisioned. All that remains, then, is to assemble the citizens and explain Beryllian's need to gather light. For better or worse, I'm mayor of the city. I'll do my best to win them over. Oops. Wait, aren't you... Do we know this guy? Yes, you're her. Young lady who saved me from Vothri. I'd eaten enough meal for all to fall under his control, but you cured me. I wouldn't be alive today if not for you. Oh, I remember you too. I'm glad to see you're doing well. What was your name again? I only learned later that it was the Oracle of Light herself who saved me. Saved all of us. I didn't know I'd ever get a chance to express my gratitude. I'm sure it was nothing for someone with your power, but thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. What is this meal? You don't want to know. Food made from the light-tinted flesh of sin-eaters, you say? I see. The more they ate, the more of the light's corruption spread. Right, and because of that, they became susceptible to Vothri's commands, as he could make the sin-eaters do his bidding. Thankfully, I was able to suppress Light's influence and free everybody from his control, and there seems to be no lingering effects. You say that as if it were some small feat. I've seen countless souls corrupted by darkness. Someone with the power to heal them would be regarded as a great figure, and never know peace. My gift has been a burden. Many have suffered for it, died for it. There were times when I wished I didn't have it, when I wanted to run away from everyone and everything. But I had friends to encourage me and guide me, to help me learn not just to embrace my gift, but to take charge of my life. to change my fate. And so you did just that. The people of this world are resilient indeed. Dude, it's so loud. Wait, I'm gonna mute the music again because it's a loud song. My thanks again for your consideration, Brilliant. The rest you may leave to us. We appreciate the Crystarium's concern for the welfare of our people. May we continue to strengthen the ties between our two cities. Brief though it was, it was wonderful to see you. Do visit again soon, hopefully when the fate of a world isn't weighing on your mind. Yeah, I think those opportunities are gonna be few and far between, Dulia. When I tended to people after Valtteri fled, I wasn't sure how much of a difference it would make. It's a relief to see so many people that I treated are alive and well. That a half-void scent like me managed to escape the flood of darkness. For all these years, I never stopped to wonder why. To wonder if I had greater part to play. Well, perhaps it's time I took charge and considered what I might be able to do for others. The answer is here in the first, and I will find it. Alright, let's just go ahead and grab some skill speed. Oh, right, the music is muted. Anyway, let me go ahead and pull up the quest list, because I don't think I have it up. Oh, yeah, I do. I just need to actually, like, look at it. Because this is probably I'm gonna probably just go ahead and take a quick break. Since we just finished up a quest. That's what I want. Hold on. Alright, so we just did the second quest for 6.5? Yes. Alright, let's just go ahead and take a quick break. It's been almost an hour. Let's go ahead and stand out here in the nice, lovely new lighting. Let's see. I don't really want to stand next to these people, but... well, maybe we can just go sit over here. Appreciate the skylight, or the windows shining in. Like right here. Let's see, it should be insert. No, it's pause. Yeah, that's good. Anyway, time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to, and I'll be right back. Now let's do something like this. Oh, right. I actually realized when I was standing up, I realized that it seemed a little too quiet, or like something was missing, and then I realized while I was walking around, just pacing around during break, that I forgot to unmute the music. Anyway, I want to get through the next 2 quests. I think that'll end up being a good stopping point. Just a second. Come on. Get you. There we go. And my door had slightly opened up. Okay, let's fix my mic. Alright. Did they all have the same thing? Yeah, we talked to him and it just opened back up again. Oh well. Appreciate, yeah, the same thing. Same thing. Yeah, same thing. Let's talk to Zero and continue on. In defiance of fate, Zero's cool expression cannot hide the fire in her eyes. If we have no further business here, let's move on. Where to next? Oh, Raktiga Greywood, right? Slitherbow, the home of the Knights Blessed in Raktiga Greatwood. We'll explain the situation to their leader, Renar. We'll also have to explain why Y'shtola isn't here. Because obviously somebody else came here, but why couldn't Y'shtola come? Alright, let's head up and teleport to Raktiga Greatwood. Alright, looks like there's Renar. Zero. Let's talk to. Oh, right. Let me dismiss my chocobo. He's just gonna be in the way. Little wonder those who revere darkness would gather here. Yet dark as the wood may seem, it's a blazing torch next to the void. I've not visited here in some time, but it's much the same as I remember, which is good. Alright, Renar, Y'shtola's not here, but we got Zero instead. That's goes to the same, right? Brilliant. You're a sight for sore eyes, my friend. Will you be staying long in Slitherbow? Though having said that, I suspect this isn't just a social call. A great plan is in motion, and the Knights Blessed deserve to know, and hope that it's not good. We need to speak with you as the leader of the Knights Blessed. It's important. That's a little more... That still sounds pretty distressing, but... Ah, so it is more of a formal visit. That's fine. Why don't we get right to it then? I like the way the... Actually, I was thinking, why does my hair look blue? Then I realized it's the light of the aetheryte. That's why this whole place looks blue. What? Your word? Your world? Master Matoya's world? Is in grave danger? Oh, she doesn't know Master Matoya. Master Matoya. Y'shtola. She took another name in accordance with the custom where she lived when she lived among the Knights Blessed. They believe light taints everything that it touches, even their true names. Out of respect, don't speak hers here. You are Zero, yes. The one come from a world consumed by darkness. I struggle to conceive of such a place. A pitch-black pall surrounds the sky, which neither light of the sun nor the stars can pierce. It is the opposite of what you once knew here in Novront. That being the case, I'm sure you can relate to our situation. All too well. You have my dearest sympathies. You have my deepest sympathies. and in order to beat back the darkness in your world, you would harness light from ours. Tis a simple yet brilliant idea. Only Master Montoya could have conceived of such. That Novrant is still in her thoughts, that we are still... Renar. So, you are not opposed to our plan? We Knights Blessed may place our faith in the dark, but we have never sought to force our beliefs upon others. If your deliverance lies in light, then by all means avail yourselves of it. I'm surprised. From what I was told of your people, I was certain you would disapprove of our methods. Do not mistake our reverence for darkness as a desire for it to be an ascendant. Rather, in darkness, there is a peace that we seek to make our own through prayer and self-reflection. Or is that refraction? I didn't read it right. And while light may have wrought suffering in our world, anything in excess can be harmful, even darkness, as you and yours know all too well. It is the wielder who is righteous or evil, not the weapon. If you would wield light for a noble cause, then who are we to deny you? An easy thing for me to say now that the night has been restored to our world. Perhaps. Nevertheless, I wish you the best in your fight, Zero. May light shine your way in the darkness. Now then, to mark this joyous occasion, I must offer you a proper welcome to Slitherbow. I mean, it's food, right? You might find this interesting, Zero. If you say so. Right, let us begin with the customary greeting. Brilliant. I trust you remember to announce yourself as a friend of the Blessed. I do not remember at all. With your chat mode and say Aline Tuta. I do not remember doing this at all. To offer Renal a traditional greeting. Are these people around? This is a watchword, I take it. Our first visit here was nerve-wracking but exciting. Well, yeah, we got held at Arrow Point, and then Emmett just disappeared on us. I'll never forget how the villagers swarmed to me when I spoke the words. I don't remember this. Lean to ta. Friends old and new, I bid you welcome to Slitherbow. Aline Tuta, what does it mean? In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways that one might say good evening. This greeting allows us to quickly discern friend from foe. A simple expression, but in a world bereft of night, the words held a deep meaning. They were a reminder of the world as it was. When the sun and moon and stars yet danced across the sky, and we wished one another well the day we gave way to night. And we wished one another well as the day gave way to night. A communal tradition, so the words serve to bind us. Indeed, we are no longer strangers, you and I. Next, we shall have you cleansed of light's impurities. Present yourself to Davith in yonder room. He'll be glad to assist you. I'm glad I talked to them first. I'm reminded of when you first came. when Master Matoya was still here. Ah, but don't let me keep you. Go on and join your friends. All right. Let's go get cleansed. Is this the right door? Yep. No sooner had I greeted this Davith than he poured a pot of water over me. I wasn't expecting a literal cleansing. It's nice to guide a new friend through the same experiences, isn't it? Yes. Well, time to get drenched. There you are. Your friend has just been cleansed. How do you feel? Wet. Wet. Yeah, wet. Wet. No difference. Otherwise, no different. I would have been surprised if you'd said otherwise. Even so, it is customary to cleanse ourselves of light with water blessed by our priests. But you have darkness again, do you not? Why continue the custom? Why, for the same reason that it was conceived, to pray for the safety of our friends and visitors alike, as we pray for yours this day. Safe travels, friend, and may blessed shadow keep you. Right. If that's all, let's return to Renar and see if there's any other customs I must observe. Come on, Brilliant. Alright, let's head back to the center. Yeah, the blue glow from the aetherite like just makes everything around it slightly more blue. The memories of those I've met and bonds we've forged will always be a part of me. She may find these moments strange now, but one day she'll look back on them fondly. How does Zero like her welcoming customs, I wonder? Well, she's a bit of a wet blanket, so... I've undertaken the ritual. And while I can't explain it, I feel more confident than I did before. Just a touch. I'm glad to hear it. With the Warrior of Darkness at your side, I have no doubt that you will save your two worlds. If we can defeat Zeromus, then the source would be safe. But nothing would change for our own world. There would just be one less void scent to struggle over scraps with the rest. One really strong void scent. Is that so? Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. It's fine. I was under no illusion. I wish it were different, of course. Yeah, it's a different sound effect. Brilliant, can you hear me? Have you met with the people of Yulmore and Raktika? Well, we still gotta meet with the Vis, but I don't think we actually need to. Excellent. Then we may proceed to the next phase of the plan without worry. Pickthug has informed me that the tower is ready, so make for Nabotharang at your leisure. Aren't we supposed to be in a hurry? Why is it at your leisure? Anyway, I've arranged for you to rendezvous with Cassard en route as well. Who was that again? Do we know him? Not only can he take you to the site of the flood, but he will also know where best to place the transmitters, given his familiarity with the route between the Crystarium and Almarang. See the Amaro Keeper? He will be in Twine on business shortly, so I've asked him to wait for you there. Are we going to be able to take a trolley ride? Ooh, the trolley. We're going to see the trolley again. Can't wait to see the trolley. It's all coming together. Twine then. Zero's pessimism notwithstanding, we will pray for her world. Take care, my friend, and tell Master Matoya that she is ever in our hearts. Oh, I believe she knows that she's always in your heart. Alright, let's go ahead and teleport over to Twine. There we go. Cassard, do we know this guy? Your timing couldn't be better, Brilliant. I've just finished up my business here. Lena has told me all. It would be my pleasure to take you to Naboth-Arang. On the trolley? Zero, I bet you can't wait to ride the trolley. As soon as the other helpers arrive, that is. You're supposed to be along any moment now. Brilliant! It really is you. Oh, okay. I remember Gen, but I don't know who the other guy is. We understand you are faced with quite a predicament, and when an esteemed customer is in need, the merchants of Mortsuk are eager to provide. The captain bade us assist you, miss, to ensure the light is delivered to the Crostarium. Members of our guard will place transmitters in Lakeland, and the good people of Mortsuk will do likewise in the Hills of Amber. You need but focus on your own task in Naboth-Arang. Yet more people clamoring to help you. It'd almost be more surprising if they hadn't showed up. If everyone is ready, then let's get to work. Wait! Ah, there they are. You're heading to Naboth-Arang and didn't think to call on us? While most of our Talos are still in a sorry state, we've been spared no effort at maintaining the trolley! We've even upgraded it! As a matter of fact, it's faster than ever and can deliver you to Naboth-Arang in no time. I don't know what you expected. After everything you've done for us, we can't just stand idly by. Thancred would never let us hear the end of it, well that's for sure. Everything on you. Thank you all so much. I dare say we have ample help. Come, let's go and acquire our light. Alright, is that trolley time? There we go, we got to Naboth-Arang. Over by the ruins. Guessing this is gonna be voiced,
this
yeah.
Is the flood of light.
So I changed it to... I changed it to automatically do it, but I guess it... Oh, I have to leave it on. But it'll only do it like that. Okay, got it. So I just have to leave it on at all times. Yeah, so this is the flood of light.
I don't remember much of the time when darkness consumed the 13th. Just the cold and the emptiness.
Zero? Are you all right?
I'm fine. You're the one who stopped this.
No.
Oh, no. That was the first Oracle of Light, Minfilia. She's since left us, but I inherited her power and legacy.
I see. Let's get started then, shall we?
So we gotta set up those things all the way through Almorang and Lakeland? Gonna need quite a few of them. Ring, ring, ring.
The other transmitters are set. Whenever you're ready.
I always like the touch that like Mikote and Viera actually reach up to where their ears actually are to press their transmitter thing.
Such radiant light. It's almost too much for one steeped in darkness like me.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive.
This was Julius, right?
What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
If this power were mine to wield...
Zero, what are you doing? Yeah, she's gonna overwhelm herself with light.
I will not succumb! Not to darkness, nor to light!
Zero! She's taken light into herself. Her body struggles to contain it. She needs help.
Isn't this what you're supposed to handle?
Thank goodness. How do you feel?
Better now, I think.
Then you're very, very lucky. Whatever possessed you to do that?
I had to know if I could command the light. If I could change my fate.
I mean, like a normal person couldn't do it.
Once, I would never have dared to dream it.
Like we're literally
But
like the
your
only person who could.
friendship And your trust has helped me to see new possibilities. In myself and everything else. Perhaps that's why, when I beheld this world once damned yet saved, I saw the potential for mine to be saved as well. To become a world where light and darkness are in harmony, and life flourishes. A world where we're not consumed by insatiable hunger, but filled with hope for what we might create together. If I had the strength, perhaps I could make such a dream reality. Perhaps I could awaken us from this endless nightmare. That's what possessed me.
Imagine she accidentally hit her head on the scythe.
If that's your heartfelt desire, then you mustn't be afraid to share it. There was a time when I lacked the courage. To voice my desires was to burden those I love, or so I convinced myself. But then I met those who believed in me. They helped me to believe in myself, and find the strength to live. And so long as I'm alive, I know that I'll be fine. No matter how dire things seem, no matter where I am. To be able to think that brought me peace. And it's a blessing I owe entirely to my friends.
Those who believe in us. I will remember your words. I know all too well that there's a limit to what we can achieve alone.
As a friend, I'd like to help you fulfill your dream.
Oh, French says the
If
F
you
word,
wish to
right?
take in more light, I can keep the power in check and help your body accept it.
I mean, that's how I did. That's how we were able to not get consumed. If anyone can do it, it'd be Reen. It worked well enough for me. With the power of light and dark, you'll be unstoppable. Yep, well, it worked with enough. It worked for me.
Ah, yes. You mentioned having to absorb light. That you still live is proof of her ability. Right then. I'm counting on you. Here I go. I can feel it. The light's warmth welling within me.
Then I believe it worked.
With this power, I will return to the Void and fight. For the world that once was, and for those I hold dear.
Yeah, we're not gonna fix the 13th in this quest line. We're just gonna stop Golbez and his plan. Alright, let's talk to Reen Zero and wrap this quest up. Then I want to try and do one more. Though I've only known Zero for a short while, I feel as though her struggle is my own. For her sake, and her world's, we must succeed. We've done our part, and I trust the others will see the light to our destination. It's time we return to the source. I shall seek out Beklug and have them return my soul to the spirit vessel. Actually, now that I think about it, this is actually a decent stopping point. Let me look at the summary for the next quest and see exactly what we do. Also, I'm pretty sure I already have a 6. This is a ring, right? I already have, yeah, I have better stuff. So let me see what rings I still need for... I think yeah, I have 640 rings for... one 640 ring for everyone. Then... yeah, it looks like range DPS and healing could use it. Yeah, let me just get the healing one then. Alright, let me switch over. Let me put on my healing. Wait, I can't wear it on white mage. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay, yeah, 625, perfect. I need to clean out my rings at some point. That wasn't the ring I was supposed to take out. I mean, yeah, actually I need to get rid of both of these, don't I? Yeah, they're both healing rings. Okay, whatever. Let me look at the summary for the next quest and see, like, because this is a good stopping point. Let's see, back to action is... Oh, it's just actually leaving. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So this will be us just heading back to the source, and then we'll actually get back to action for the next one, which actually the one after that is going to be the dungeon, which is perfect. So let's go ahead and talk to Reen and start this quest. Back to action. You spy a tinge of sadness in Reen's eyes, well, understandable. Well, I suppose this is it. I don't know if you had any other preparations to attend to or people to visit, but I'll go ahead to the ocular. And she has to say goodbye again. Alright, let's head on over to the ocular. So yeah, this is actually inside. We'll teleport over to the docile gate. Let's take a little bit of a shortcut. I really like the dash they added for White Mage. It just seems a little bit goofy, but it's also just nice to have. Alright, where's Zero? It seems Zero is already back in the... Oh, okay. It seems Zero is already back in the vessel. I would have liked to talk to her more, but it'll have to wait until next time. And there will be a next time, I'm sure of it. I'm sure there won't be. Before we say our farewells, Zero thanked me, saying that she learned much during her time in Novront. While I don't believe I'm owed such gratitude, I'm nonetheless glad that she found the experience worthwhile. The tower stands before us, stands ready to send light into the rift, and Zero's soul is secure in her vessel once more. Our helpers across the realm have also sent word that the transmitters are in place. Once the others have been sent on the moon of Zero's world, we should have the foundation for our ethereal current. To make matters easier, the transmitters broadcast a powerful signal that can be detected by the tower even across the rift. Upon confirming the Void Ones are active, we will send forth the light. The rest will be up to you. We'll all be praying for your success. Now go. Make haste back to the source and save your worlds. Alright, let's go ahead and teleport back to Radz-at-Han and Megaduta. Do the nice 1,000 gil. I got my 10 Aetherite tickets from the Twitch drops, so that'll pay for this. Alright, let's teleport back to Megaduta. Let's talk to Y'shtola and then Varshan. Welcome back, Brillian. I presume the preparations in the first are complete. That is well, for our time grows short. Brillian, thank heavens you've returned. The Loprits report that the brands are on the verge of failing. We have no time to spare. I shall restore Zero to her body at once. Let's see if this is voiced or not, so I can test the auto advance settings. That was quick. I was thinking Reen was short, but then I'm like, wait, no, Zero's just tall. And yeah, we can see that with Y'shtola there. Y'shtola's not super tall, but she's not really that short. But like Zero's just plain tall. Ah, that's better. And she still has the light that she absorbed, right? I was worried that the soul transference process might affect, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Might affect the light I absorbed. But it feels as potent as before. The radiance of your soul was impossibly blinding. I don't know how you would have managed without Reen's help. She didn't. She wasn't able to. She passed out. Well, Reen helped me to contain the light. It was you, all of you, who gave me the courage to even make the attempt. Your friendship, your acceptance. That includes the people of the First. The Knights Blessed, in particular, showed me great kindness. As did Bernard, whose only regret seemed to be that you could not join us. Yeah, that sounds about right. A regret we share. Ours is a reunion long overdue. If all is in readiness, then I will assume my dragon form and fly into the moon. I will fly to the moon. Excuse me? He says that like it's some trivial feat. In the meantime, pray make your own way to the Drowning Brand. There we shall reconvene before sallying forth once more into the void. Yeah, and the quest will probably end just before we head into the void, because the following quest after that is the dungeon quest. Anyway, let's go ahead and teleport up to the moon. I bet I can beat you there, Vitra. Yeah, so this one, yeah, so then the next one's just gonna be, yeah, the next one's the dungeon quest, and the dungeon and the trial, so we're definitely not doing that today. Because, like, my hand is, like, kind of tingling, and, I really probably even shouldn't be doing this much, but I'm really glad I actually did end up doing a stream because, well, like, one of the big reasons I didn't want to stream is just because I was out of the swing of it. And then, of course, like, the worry of my hand, like, making my hand worse is obviously on my mind, but just being out of the swing of things is one of the big things. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to everyone, and then talk to Livingway. Let me check something real quick. Yeah. Golbez will be ready for our return. We must likewise be ready for him. 'Tis a terrible darkness indeed that should so test the restraints which once held Zodiark. But with light from the First, I am confident we will prevail. The hour is upon us. If everyone is ready, so am I. Oh, thank goodness you're back. The seal will break at any moment, Brilliant. Any moment! Thanks, Mappingway. Very helpful. The darkness groweth stronger with every passing moment. Doubt not but that Zero Mist shall soon attain full strength. Alright, Livingway, let's go. Time to take the fight to the enemy, is it? The darkness has been utterly relentless, gnawing at the seals like I might an iron carrot. Strike fast and hard, because we won't get another chance. As a precaution, we've further enhanced the combat supporters. You don't need to worry about us while we're away. Oh, I'm sure those combat supporters will be very helpful. I shall maintaineth my vigil over the brands. Pray say that thou art ready to depart as soon as Vitra and the others have assembled. May the light shine the way to victory and deliver you all safely home. Ah, there's Vitra. Alright, let's go and talk Destiny and Y'shtola and wrap this up. To be honest, I probably should have left this for next time, but I didn't know it would be like this. Anyway, let's go talk to them and finish this up. It's too quiet. Surely they know we're here. In order to unleash the most concentrated burst of light possible, we will route the energy to multiple transmitters before directing it to converge at a single point. I will survey the area for suitable locations. Let's see, can I talk to Vitra? This time, sister. This time, I will save you. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Clippy back there. Apparently they didn't include his horn in the model for when they check for the occlusion culling. Oh well. Talk to Zero and wrap this up. The dark pall over the crater has grown thicker, and on the other side lies Golbez's domain. Oh, I'm doing way too deep of a voice for here. He'll have altered the terrain to hinder us. I don't sense his presence, but I wager he is in the crater. It would be ideal if he were. I shall hurry and place the transmitters. Once they are activated, our cross-rift ethereal current will be established, and light will flow freely from the first, in theory at least. It will work. It must. Alright, let's just grab crit materia, because crit's always great. Okay, I really should have waited to do this for the next one.
All is in readiness. Without further ado then. Light from beyond the rift, shine forth and banish the darkness.
Excellent. The tower is replete with light from the Bath Arang. Commencing transmission. It works. It works! Light is flowing into the void!
May this light illuminate your way.
You can do it, Zero. I believe in you.
Well, it seems to be working. Oh, we've penetrated the veil.
Look, an opening.
It worked. Let us waste no time and sally forth. Alas, I fear the breach may be too narrow for you, Vritra.
For a blessing, I prepared my simulacrum for such an eventuality.
Of course he did. Because we need one more character for duty support.
My true form shall stand guard here while we explore the chasm. 'Tis faint, but I sense the presence of a dragon. No doubt my sister's essence trapped within Zeromus. Not where she was held captive before, but somewhere much deeper.
The descent will not be so easy this time. The chasm swarms with void scent.
Summoned by Golbez, perhaps, or born of the residual darkness.
Either way, we gotta take it down.
However they came to be, we shall cut a path through them. Is everyone ready?
Yes, Denny knows what to do.
Zero?
That light should shine in the void once
Oh,
more.
right. Yeah.
No single one of us could have made it so. Only by joining hands were we able to kindle this light.
Do you see, Golbez? We needn't damn others to save ourselves. You knew this once, surely, when you tried to befriend me. When you were one of the precious few left willing to trust in another. But that man is gone. And in his place, a mockery of his beliefs.
What'd you realize?
It's the same as before. Though we walk different paths, we seek the same destination. And yet...
Two completely different ways of approaching it.
There is something I must know. A truth that lies waiting in the dark.
Curious what that might be. Alright, I probably should have left that quest for the next time, but that's where we're gonna call it today. Which is a bit, I know, kind of blue balling everything, but I wish I end this and just do it right here. But I think that leads up, that's a good cliffhanger for when we actually go and storm the place. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. I know I probably could / should continue, but I want to, this was my first stream in almost a month, and I just wanted to, I've been going for 2 hours, which is almost 2 hours, which is a good amount. This is a much shorter patch than I was expecting, but I mean, it's just the climax where we just like get the light. Like, I expected the part of getting the light to be a little bit longer, but the thing is, if we're in a rush, then like we need to do that quickly and get it all over with. But next time we're gonna go ahead and fight Golbez. There's a dungeon and trial for, of course, the finale, and I'm not going to stream tomorrow, but I'll try and maybe stream on Sunday. I'm gonna try and rest tomorrow and then see if my hand gets a little bit better, because it is better, but then again, I'm also on ibuprofen right now, so, and I can just barely feel it, which is not a good sign. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this up on Sunday. But until then, goodbye.